It's Monday, and welcome back to another TTR episode where we're going to discuss some AEW. We got a quick one here for you this time, and it's your boy Main Event RJ back at it again, and I'm joined by still technically the Silky Warrior, Meech Black.
Huh? Yeah, the waves it. I've been brushing. I got the waves. Hold on. I gotta let my head breathe.
You're still the Silky Warrior. You just don't have it out for this one because we got a quick one for you. Quick one for you today. We wanted to talk a little bit about the Death Riders and the Hurt Syndicate, which, in my opinion, are still the two biggest topics going in with AEW. So
one's going for the wrong reason, so I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah, because recently the Death Riders had a segment on Collision where Orange Cassidy finally got, I guess, dealt with again.
Bro,
and then FTR got involved, and then so.
Don't piss me off, bro.
I saw this on Twitter before I watched Collision, and my first thought was, this is cool that FTR is getting involved. Then I watched it again and thought, what the am I watching? Because, and to keep it quick, I think if they had just shown Orange Cassidy beaten up and Mox had the chemicals in his hand, and that's when Dax or whoever slapped out of his hand or whatever, that would have been fine. But we cut to them holding Orange Cassidy's mouth open. I think they grabbed a funnel at one point and put it in his mouth.
Bro.
It was very cartoony and not very much what I like. I still like the Death Riders, but this was a little... it wasn't intimidating. It was actually kind of funny. Out of context, kind of funny. I don't know how you felt about it, but you seem like...
you about to hear it. Listen, I feel like I liked everything that they did up to the funnel part. If they would have actually put the stuff in his mouth, pause, I'm cool. Right. Because we're seeing what they're actually doing. They're not faking it or anything. Obviously, you're going to stop them, but you actually got to put it in there. We're here now. You holding his mouth, we got the funnel. Go through with it.
Yeah.
But then I get the saving part. You got to save him because he's your hero.
Yeah.
And
for now, you're staying in.
Yeah. And FTR comes in to help him. Cool. I'm cool with that.
Right.
I also not cool with that. What I'm not cool with, and I agree with you, and I'm going to go a little deeper. Why are we having a 15-minute standoff looking at each other?
That wasn't very long. It took them a while to walk out that door.
What are we doing? It's either we're going to have this, no standoff like that should be no longer than 25 seconds. If we're just standing off, we do the standoff 25 seconds, boom, cut to commercial. Even though I hate the commercials, that's the time you do
it.
Yeah. Or we do a standoff for 10 seconds, we throw hands, security comes, stops it before it gets too crazy. I'm cool with that too.
Security don't work here though. Whenever the Death Riders are around, the security are on break or something. They're never around doing anything.
No, I don't understand. Hold on, because I'm gonna talk to security when we get to the next topic. But when it's Death Rider, there's nowhere to be found. And I don't get it. The security is not the issue. But if we're gonna do these team things, let's have it make sense. Why didn't we have FTR save OC in the ring? And now
they dragged. If they dragged OC out, and he was passed out, and they made it very clear what they were about to do, and then FTR's music popped, I think it would have been more interesting. But this cut, that cut over to the just the Looney Tunes ass gang. I don't know. There was something it just wasn't. It wasn't.
We missed
menacing.
The best part. We missed the best part. What really pissed me off for the whole segment. The backstage didn't even do it.
Yeah, they did. Nobody did it. And to be fair, I guess like in storyline, it's easy to just go, oh well, they're scared of them. They don't interact with them. So it's okay, fair. But also, nobody else did anything. And if imagine FTR took that day off. So let's lose a little more logic for these, because you kind of peaked at the plastic bag. The chemical thing, because I remember we talked about it on the pay-per-view, that it felt like it was kind of downplayed when they did it. So it's this felt even worse because now it just doesn't even seem like it.
Yeah, I like the dark turn that they're going. Let's put that out there first. I love the darkness.
Yeah.
But if we're going to go dark, you got to go the whole way. We can't do anything to make it seem like it's too family friendly. We can't make it family friendly. We have to go the whole way in, and literally whatever happens. You put a plastic bag over his head, we'll deal with the aftermath. You did the chemicals, people brushed over it. I don't know how, but you go to
yeah, they did really brush over.
Like everyone brushed over it, we're cool with it. Like we could deal with it, but don't make it family friendly. Just go with it. But hold on, before we move on, I like to say also, OC, bro, look at me. We gonna talk about this. This is gonna be some hood tactics I'm gonna teach you. When you're going into a fight and you know that you're outnumbered, bro, bring a weapon.
He did. He had one of these. And he was
RJ, stop the nonsense. OC, look at me, bro. If you're going into a fight, bring a weapon. Bring a bat, bring a pipe, bring a chair with you, bro. Yeah. Or use your cellular device. Ayo, Hook. Ayo, Joe.
Daniel Garcia, Private Party, Mark Briscoe, all the people that they were.
I can't stand Briscoe, but call somebody.
Yeah,
you're gonna go in there by yourself, bro. And then hold on, I gotta get to because I've been waiting to talk about this. Bro goes in the ring, and he sits there and he talks his spiel, whatever, cool. And at the end, he starts taking off his stuff. I'm like, okay. He throws it at him. I'm like, all right, cool. He takes off his jacket, throws it. I'm like, okay. Come on, OC, what we about to do? And then homegirl hits him in the back, right? Now hold on, bro. And this is where really it just killed it all. I thought he had a plan for I thought he phoned a friend.
Nah.
He phoned nobody.
Not a soul. Everybody. He's
only reason he got saved was because FTR happened to be back there doing an interview.
Yeah.
Man, if you're my friend bro, if I got jumped and you were my friend and you see that, you would have to throw hands.
Yeah, really.
Immediately.
Dog, I'm not gonna lie to you. I liked this story. I really did. I still kind of do because I think it's changed from a full card type of storyline where it doesn't just affect the world title. It affected the mid card, the tag team, the women's division. And I think they pulled away from that too fast because Daniel Garcia's in the C2. He's not concerning himself with the Death Riders. Private Party won the tag titles, which was kind of the message Mox wanted everybody to do, which was step up and go do something. And they won the tag team titles for the first time. But now it's like, I can understand Mox not bothering them after they won those titles, but they stopped bothering them before. Like Garcia started to get into a thing with Jack Perry, and all of a sudden, Mox and his Death Riders, who had them in his sights, was just like, okay, we're done with you now. And I'm like, you should have kept bothering them until he won. Then showed like them walk past him and not even try to bother with him because he did what they wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna say give him like the little.
Yeah, like that.
It's just silent respect. Like you did what I asked you. You know, we got some mutual respect. Like I like that.
It would have. Because now it's a main title story, which is like, it's fine because Mox is a main title guy, but it's like, I'll be honest with you, and I kind of want to use this as a transition. I would prefer this world title to be over on Swerve Strickland right now. Or I'd rather have it already on Hangman Adam Page, so it can go back, so it's around Swerve again, because dead honest with you, what Swerve is doing on a Wednesday night, a squash match against Max Caster, was the most over thing on the show. And your world title isn't on him, nor is he even in that world title picture. And you have him beefing with your I guess, at least in my opinion, the more important faction that's more interesting and also way better booked in the Hurt Syndicate. Because I love everything that's going on at the Hurt Syndicate right now.
That's not who I thought you was going to say.
Oh, no. Because I love Shelton Benjamin in the C2. He's doing amazing. And Bobby is staying that ever present threat by just being the guy that recently beat Swerve Strickland. If it's like you do struggle with like putting the title on Bobby too fast or anything, but if that title was on Swerve Strickland, it would be a much more scarier thing in the Hurt Syndicate, because the Hurt Syndicate just look really good, they act really well, and they are doing exactly what you want out of a faction, establishing dominance and just beating the hell out of everybody.
Listen,
so it's like,
now you hit some good points though, because the Hurt Syndicate, of like, as you know, like I started getting back into the AEW I would say like this year, and the Hurt Syndicate has been booked better than anyone I ever seen in AEW. Like, literally, I haven't seen anyone book better than them. They come in, they do what they need to do. They make a presence. They make their presence felt, and when they're actually talking on the mic, you feel it.
Yeah, they are a force that feels main title worthy, but you can't put them there right now because you can't pin Mox because Mox is supposed to be your big threat bad guy, and whoever is supposed to be the Iron Man, I guess, to the Thanos that is Jon Moxley, is probably Darby Allin. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if you want to wait till All In to do this, but Darby Allin isn't ready to take on Mox right now. So like, I feel like they're in such a bad position because I don't want this title on Mox anymore. But also, you've already started the story, so you can't just drop it out of nowhere because they're also they put a plastic bag over people's heads and pouring chemicals in their mouth. It's
Ayo, chat. This man's telling us we about to have the mountain climber be a world champ. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
Are we acting like he hasn't been set up this entire time ever since he lost that number one contender shot? He was the final shot after Mox won the title. He was the car crash after Mox defended it the first time. He's constantly being. He only entered the C2 to mess with Claudio because Claudio's in the C2. What do you mean?
Bro, I can name 5 people better than Darby Allin that should get a title shot.
I shit you not. I agree. I can name you 5 right now. There's Hangman, who I would put the title on, Swerve, and Will Ospreay. Those 3 should be in your world title picture right now, but it feels like they want to set up for Darby, and I think that's the big problem, is that they wanted to do the Endgame Marvel-type storyline, but I don't think they accounted for the Hurt Syndicate being this good. I don't think they accounted for Swerve keeping his momentum this well, and I also don't think they thought Hangman was going to be this loved still, even though Hangman's been the guy since they started AEW. I think this was just a miscalculation out of AEW, to be honest with you.
So real quick, I'll give you a minute, 60 seconds.
All right.
What do you think they should do with Darby then? Well, like with what you just said, like how everything's going, what do you think they should do with Darby Allin?
Darby should cost Mox the title instead of beating him for it, and then they have like some type of Texas deathmatch type nonsense to get their anger out on each other, and then prep Darby for winning the title at a different time. But AEW needs their stars to be the main part of their shows, and your stars are Will Ospreay, they are Hangman Adam Page, they are Swerve Strickland, they are Bobby, they are Bobby Lashley, they are not really, they are Jon Moxley, but everybody hates Jon Moxley right now because he's the heel. So like that's okay that he's not like as like glowing as a Swerve Strickland, right? So it's like that's fine, but I would not keep this title near Jon Moxley right now. But again, how do you get the title off of Jon Moxley when he's supposed to be Thanos? That's the problem. So it's like, I don't think I don't think they thought this. I thought they definitely thought the Hurt Syndicate would get over. They didn't think it was going to get this over. Yeah. And for that, they were like, well, we don't need to put the title anywhere near Bobby right now. We take it off with Swerve, it'll be okay. But it's like, damn, you really should be highlighting Swerve as that dangerous world champion and Bobby as that genuine threat with Hangman looming, with Samoa Joe looming, because he's supposed to be coming back from
he was in my 5. He was literally in my 5, bro. Like, because he comes back next year.
Because the top 3 I said, Samoa Joe and Bobby, all those 5, you could have a match with all of them individually. That's like 30 plus matches. It would work every time. And then you could build up your other stars, like your Daniel Garcias, your Darby Allins, or whoever else you want, your hooks.
Not Daniel Garcia, bro. Are you DG?
He's the guy, bro. He is loved by those crowds. Listen, they love
DG, I fools with you. Hard body, but DG, you gotta start the dance for me, bro. Like that's really what's killing me. I tried to get behind it. I've tried to get behind it. I can't do it, bro.
I'm behind him fully. I see the way the crowds react to him. They love that guy, and honestly, until he does something stupid, I'm right behind him. But yeah, I don't know. Those, like I said, those top 3. And then those circling people, because like Samoa Joe is a world champion talent. He should always be like just around. He should always just be a threat. Bobby being the same thing because he just got there, so you understand not putting it on him that fast. It's like Mox, I think, great idea. I love it. It's still my favorite moment of the year was that him winning the title and that dejected feeling. I just think they did this too soon, and I think it was it's kind of unfair because I guess it did push DG to get the TNT title. It pushed Private Party to get the tag titles. So it's like, it did have a lot of good. I'm not going to sit here and say the Mox story is bad or that it was poorly timed. It had a lot of good, but now you got to figure something out. And I think Darby costing maybe because you put him in a multi-man match and Darby costs, Mox doesn't look weak at all because, like, who's going to account for all that? And then you kind of do the first 6 months of next year with your main event guys being main event guys and your lower mid-card guys building up to be your next set of mid-card guys. But, I mean, I don't know. It just depends on because we don't even know really when this story is planned to end. It could be World's End. You know, it's called World's End at the end of the month. But, you know, All In probably is until August. If they want to do it till August, that's way too damn long. So it's like,
yeah, I can't. I'm gonna say I think to go before I get into Hurt Syndicate with Darby Allin, I definitely agree. I'd rather see him cost him, and then we can build up. Like, you guys can do y'all beef and whatever, and build him up in the process. When he's done with that beef, to go straight to the title. Yeah. I'll be cool with that, because then it makes everything that's happened the past, I'm gonna say, like 6 months worth everything that's happened in the next 6 months.
Yeah, and also our world title hasn't been on TV, and that's a problem. I'm sorry, that is
hold on.
A beautiful title like that should be seen, but it also should be seen as a prize that you have to get, not a briefcase that people are trying to get off of the psychopath guy.
Listen, you never know. He gotta have his own custom made title. That's why it's in the briefcase. He gonna show it to y'all randomly. Like, this is why this shit's been in the briefcase.
It should have been out then. I'm sorry, it should have been out. It's
respect it.
It's not way too late, but it's like, if you're gonna do a custom belt, you gotta do it now, because
most of
we gotta move this title going. But that we're hitting around 15 minutes now. So, listen.
Check it out. Hold on. Damn! Don't cut my time.
You're the one that gotta go back to work.
Listen. I'm gonna get my Hurt Syndicate out. I'm gonna get my piece out.
Then go for it.
But for Hurt Syndicate, I will say this: I definitely do like the team. Like, no cap, I really like the team. I think that it'll be beautiful if you get one more person, another man, and one female. We said it many moons ago. The females we wanted, I'ma still say Athena or Mercedes Moné.
Yeah,
add them to the Hurt Syndicate. One of them two, or even both, will be tough.
Yeah, I love that. Especially Athena. I think Athena would be a great pick for that, because she's literally a ruthless ROH champion right now. Like, her whole thing is beating the hell out of people. So it's like the chant for the Hurt Syndicate is we hurt people. Perfect. Yep. You got a ruthless, and you made the ROH women's champion look good. Because I'm sorry, she looks good on ROH. She should look good everywhere, because she's probably one of the best women's wrestlers out there right now.
Yep. I'll be honest. Then I think so too.
Oh yeah.
Also think that if they add another person to the Hurt Syndicate, Shelton Benjamin, whoever that fourth person could be, tag titles, boom, and then Bobby possibly being in the world title picture. Doesn't have to win, but if he's in there, I'm cool with that. Because I feel like right now, and I'm gonna go based on what you just said really quick, that everything that they're doing right now, they got to capitalize off of it, because everyone loves them. I don't care if they lose the matches, because Shelton lost it in the C2, still looks phenomenal. Yeah. And he's still over.
Yeah.
I don't care if they lose, but it has to lose to make sense. Once that happens, I feel like we have chances to make a lot more matches happen within there. And fuck around, you can put John Mox and Bobby in a match.
But then, like, the thing is, again,
hey, my fantasy book.
I know. I'm just saying, it's like it's like, I don't know. It depends on what they want to do. If Bobby was to go in and not squash Moxley, but be like an equal and take the belt off him and show him, like, hey, bro, like, you can't just do what you want, and then put out Hurt Syndicate, I'm down, because that sounds great to me, because, you know, that title's going back to Swerve at some point, and I think Swerve needs that belt again. Because honestly, I don't want to get to 6 months into 2025 and Swerve not have that belt on him again. He's so good. He's in ring, out of ring, like on the mic, everything. He's so good that I'm like, bro, you can't not put your belt back on this guy. He's just too good.
I'm gonna say this as well before we end it. When Swerve had the belt, bro was literally everywhere. Like, bro was on radio, like on interviews. I'm not saying Mercedes Moné was not, I don't want to say that, but when Swerve had the world championship belt, no one else was doing it like he was on the men's side. Mm-hmm. Mercedes was on the women's side, men's side. No one was doing it like he was.
Yeah.
And I'll end it there.
Yeah, I think that's great. I want to extend the conversation out to the comment section. Tell us how you're feeling about the Hurt Syndicate and the Death Riders. Like I said, weird timing, but hey, I have faith that everything will work out in the end, and hopefully this won't drag out too much longer. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you do, remember to subscribe and see more like it. Go check us out on the Twitter to see some of the weirdest wrestling opinions ever on the planet. And yeah, we'll see you when we freaking see you.
Bro's crazy for throwing that in the end, bro.
I'm right, though.
Crazy.